Hey,
What's going on, kittens? How y'all doing?
how's everyone doing? What's going on? What's
new? What's
happening?
cracking? What's going on? How y'all doing? Not with the rawr, Atlas. That's what we're doing. We're saying rawr,
Rawr,
rawr. That's what we're doing.
rawr, rawr.
What's going on, Lonzy? What's going on? Listen, eccentric. What's going on? But wait, we're gonna take this time out. Louboutin, really?
What did he do?
He didn't do anything. He just sent me a text message saying, "Oh, now, bitch, whose side you on, bitch?
I know.
Listen, whose side are you
for
on?
the past 2 weeks, the show started
Whose
at 8.
side are you on?
This girl has arrived as early as 6:30, and I'm like, girl, I am still in the middle of my nap.
I'm trying to understand whose side you on. I mean, it's all right. But anyway,
I'm always on my side.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about that one I was talking about that one over there on that screen right there. That's going by the name of Lonzy. That's what I was doing. But now, yeah, Lou, I saw that you texted me. He texted me. He's a clown. I don't have any. I don't even know what to say to you. Did he text you? He texted me.
No, that was Trav, the slave, texting me.
Gotcha. But anyway, so it is Wednesday, September the 7th. Is that where we are? September 7th?
Yep, it's the 7th.
September 7th. And 2022. And it is not quite fall, but it feels like fall. At least to me, like it was gloomy and it was overcast. And,
you
and
know
I
what
was
it
just
is?
like,
it's almost sweater weather.
I can get with that, sort of, kind of, but I wasn't quite ready for it. Listen, I'm not ready for this seasons to change yet because I felt like I haven't been on a vacation yet. And I'm looking forward to October.
Did you go on vacation this summer?
I'm looking forward to October and blackout to being like a beach vacation.
You didn't go anywhere this summer?
No. I was still on probation at the old black cock.
Okay. I forgot. I'm not trying to.
And then between June and now, I didn't have any place to like go or like, because I knew I was going to go on this thing in October. So like, I'm excited about that. Plus, I mean, we still in a pandemic. So, this pizza pie is still going on. So, but I'm looking forward to that. So, but that's my day. That's how my day started off. But I got into work and I got to work on time.
Look at you. Look at you.
Look at God.
I'm so proud of you.
Listen, I am maneuvering through this traffic like nobody's business. Well, I take that back. I'm on time if I have an 8:30 start, which I haven't quite made the adjustment yet.
So now you backtrack it off.
But I got there. I just wanted to clarify. But I got there today and I was in the parking lot at pulled up to the school at 8:08. I got out of my car after I parked and waited in traffic at 8:15, and I walked upstairs into the building at that point. So I am relatively on time.
Relatively, okay.
Now
it went from I was on time to relatively on time.
Well, I just wanted to clarify.
Okay, got it.
So that's how my day started off. We're gonna try to figure this out, finish this off for the rest of the week, and we're gonna try for this 8 a.m. start. Because listen, if I start at 8, I get off at 4:30. But if I start at 8:30, I get off at 5.
And then next week you're all it's a Jaguar actually. And it is it's one of the shirts that I got from King's Dominion from Cancun.
Okay. Come on, Fort Lottie Dottie.
Hey, Legionnaire.
Hey.
We're going to miss your show tomorrow because we have a national count. Well, I'm going to miss the show tomorrow because we have a national council thing. But
I won't be missing y'all.
Someone will be there.
A gay cheater warrior princess on your shirt.
That is kind of what it is. It glows in the dark too.
Listen, this is what we're going to do. Drugs are bad during the day. But after 5, they're fine. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Josh. They getting ever closer. Hey. Josh moved to DC from the Eastern Shore.
Really?
Mm-hmm. and soon they're
What?
going to be moving in together.
So is this so okay, wait, stop. Hold on.
I hope you're saving yourself for marriage, because no child of mine is going to be a whore before marriage.
And I'm just trying to understand, like, so what are we doing here? Is this are they making is this an offering? Are
They're already engaged.
What?
Yes.
Excuse me, you all are engaged? I did not.
It was all over the Insta. It was the talk of Facebook.
Did not hear anything. Listen, I'm talking to that boy right there. Listen, that Atlas. Listen, what are we talking about here? We're engaged now.
Yeah,
That's what
they've
we're
been
doing?
engaged for a couple of months.
Couple of months now. That's what we're doing.
Oh, he's already moved into your studio apartment? Okay.
So y'all living together? Y'all engaged already?
They're cohabitating.
You're cohabitating?
They're living in sin.
I just trying to figure out why I wasn't notified. I don't understand why I wasn't notified.
I mean, I had to find out through the internet. So I mean,
see what I'm saying?
didn't even
see what I'm saying. See what I'm saying?
I didn't even know.
And you found out through the internet.
Through the internet.
See what kind? See, this is. See, listen. This is not bad parenting. What this is this is just bad. This is bad wolf. That's what this
just
is.
An awful person.
This. I mean, come on. Like that's.
And he still hasn't shared what his colors are, so you know that I can.
Are they not black? I mean,
blush and bashful.
Like that's not what we're doing.
Listen, I don't know.
I thought that was a part of the whole House of Dominion. It is
right.
It is blush and bashful.
No one has told me. I have tried to contain my disappointment, but you know.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and be that auntie and listen. I don't know him. I ain't seen him. I don't know where he at. You want to bring him around to a cookout? Is he bringing the potato salad?
He'll be there for Thanksgiving. They'll be there for Thanksgiving.
Is he bringing the Diet Coke? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, we'll need to see a sample of his food before we allow him, because you know, Trayvon can't cook. So.
All right. I just listen.
I hope somebody in that house can cook, because otherwise it's gonna be hot dogs and ramen noodles. Because that's all he ever cooked when he was in this house.
I'm gonna go with it. Listen, if your daddy's okay with it, I'm gonna go with it. But I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I'm not okay. It's not. Let's put it this way: it's not right, but it's okay.
That's where we are. Okay.
I am going to make it anyway.
I get it, because he done packed his bag.
He packed his bag. He up and left. And don't you dare come running back to me.
That's where we are. That's where we are.
I closed the door behind him and made him leave his key.
Listen,
because I'd rather be alone than unhappy. So he's Hungarian. Okay, great. So we got some chicken paprikash, you know, that I'll be waiting for. That's paprika chicken.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, is that
or some Hungarian potatoes.
What's the potato in the shell?
That's pierogies. That's Polish.
Oh, that's Polish. Okay, sorry, never mind.
Right.
You're getting ready to read to filth?
He's getting read to filth.
Oh, okay. I just want to be. Listen,
I mean, it's all love.
I need my glasses. I can't see. I was like, Lord, okay, all right. But I mean, you know, it's okay.
Again,
what's the young man's name again?
Josh.
It's
not right,
Josh,
but it's okay.
Josh.
All right.
His name.
So anyway,
we're gonna go with his name, Josh. Right? I just want to make sure I'm clear. Josh is
to me, it's Joshua.
I mean, I've never met him before or anything, but I'm just gonna go with Josh.
You haven't met Joshua before?
I don't know her.
Okay.
I don't know her.
Mm-hmm.
And
Joshua, like the Cosby Show when Vanessa came home engaged to Dabnus Bricky. And Dabnus's parents knew that they got engaged 6 months ago on the day it happened. And Claire was hotter than fish grease.
Baby. Miss Claire, I am excited the fact that she is like near me now.
There's a video of her going around in this like cream colored dress, looking like pure elegance and class, and I'm just here for it.
I haven't seen her.
She's got on, I don't know if it's diamonds, but she's got on her AKA necklace. Baby, if you see Claire, Felicia Rashad is at least 72, 73, but she don't look a day over 55.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. The information to share with Dominion. What info? Anyway, so
we're growing on the interwebs. But anyway,
so how was your week? How are you adjusting to
my week
to
has
your
been
new job?
So my week so far has been good. It's been another short week, and so it's been okay.
I love a short week.
I'm meeting with people who, you know how you come in after someone and you're taking someone's place, and someone refers to you as like, "Oh, are you the new such and such?" And it's like,
"Oh, you're the new Bob."
And it's like,
no, bitch,
no,
I am the first Epic.
I'm not.
I am Epic, first of his name.
Yeah, like I am not the new. I'm like, and her name is actually Bobby, which is short for her whole full name, whatever. But and I was like, no,
Roberta.
No, it's something.
Bertie
else.
May.
No, it's a Isha on there somewhere.
Robertisha.
I can't. No,
Robalicia.
It's something. But anyway, I am not that
Rondinette Anisha.
Something like that.
Rondelay.
So
half round.
But I'm also taking on some of her problem children. And you know, when you have problem children and you've been riding their ass, and the moment you let up and they go to the new person, then they're going to be like, they're going to have like a little bit of an attitude, like a little bit of a hold on, like a choke, and they don't want to kind of let shit go. And I'm kind of like, baby, I'm not fighting with you. I just got here. Like, I'm not even trying to. I'm not gonna go down this road.
We don't even know each other well enough.
Yeah, like
to be invested in whatever.
When I sit down with you and I meet with you and I tell you this is what I expect for you to be doing, that's it. We're gonna meet. I'm gonna document everything we say. It's just very simple. It's very simple. Like, we're not gonna do all that. Mm-hmm. But so far it's been good. And my boss is actually out for the rest of the week, and she was trying to talk to me, and I was like, "Listen, girl, it's 4:30, and you still talking. It's 5:15, and you still talking." I said, "Hey, have a safe trip, because I'm going to go home." She's like, "Oh, yeah, all right. I'll see you. Bye." Yeah, bye.
Bitch, bye.
Bye. So, but other than that, you know, so far it's been good.
He just sent me the video of the proposal. We'll watch that later.
Yeah, what's it? Well, look what the cat.
I guess the girls are finally getting their notifications on YouTube.
I guess, listen, you done got your notification. It seems like Desmond has got his notification today. But you know what? I'm gonna leave Desmond alone, because this last week has been a little bit interesting. So I'm gonna leave him alone. But I'm happy to see you.
Hallelujah.
Yes. But how's your week been? Weeky.
Okay. The weekend was nice. It was quiet.
Quiet is good.
I made it down to the farmer's market down past your way. She was cute.
Oh, and you didn't even. Okay.
What was I supposed to do? Stop and say I'm getting potatoes?
I mean, but you could have rode by and said, "Hey, bitch, I'm in your neighborhood, whore." I mean, whatever, but it's okay. I mean, whatever. See what I'm saying? It's all right. Just continue on with your story. Continue on.
So, anyway, spent time with the slave friend. And other than that, just hung out, and I made my I'm gonna let you have some of the
this is the skirt steak, but you did look good.
And I've got potato salad.
But I was laughing.
I'll make you a little plate, because we've got plenty of potato salad and baked beans left.
Because I looked at the picture and I was like, why is the menu? Meanwhile, I'm looking at my phone. I ain't got my glasses on. I'm like, why is the menu making this steak and eggs? What the fuck is it?
There was eggs in it, but it's potato salad.
I know, but I was sitting there like, that's all I saw at first glance. I was like, but this skirt steak looked kind of good there.
She's quite tasty.
Okay.
And literally all I did was marinate it in the jerk seasoning, which I actually thinned down with a little bit of water, but she's just the right amount of seasoning. She's got a little heat that hits the back of your tongue. She's quite tasty.
She looked good. She did look good.
So there'll be enough for you to take a to-go plate home.
Yay. We like to-go plates.
Yes.
We like
you like potato salad, don't you?
I do like potato salad.
Okay.
There's no raisins.
You like bacon?
I just want to. I didn't say you.
Did this bitch just accuse me of making potato salad with raisins in it?
You said you was over at the farmer's market. I know.
Yeah, but why would I buy raisins for the potato salad?
I just wanted to ask.
It's got mustard, mayonnaise, celery seed, lots of sweet pickle relish, little bit of and celery seed and celery, because I like a little crunch. I like a little crunch, and little salt, pepper, and adobo seasoning. That's it. Oh, and chopped egg.
Okay, all right. I'm here for it.
The baked beans have Frank's Red Hot. That it's like 20% Frank's Red Hot, 80% barbecue sauce. bacon, mustard.
I'm in. I'm already into bacon.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, except you don't pay no attention to that. She was just being shady.
Yeah, I'm already in it at bacon. Atlas, nope, didn't try. Nope, just ask questions. So, but
so I have that for you, and cool. I had leftover kale, but you know you don't fuck with kale.
Yeah, I made kale.
There's none of that left anyway, so
nah, I'm good with that. So there's no tofu. I mean, listen, you all love tofu.
I never said we love tofu. My sister made tofu that one time when you came over. And I said, I will eat it and I enjoy it, but I will not, as a rule, make tofu meals.
I am trying to encourage everyone.
I did buy
their best life.
Was it from Harris Teeter? They had teriyaki. They're two separate things: teriyaki and buffalo cauliflower bites.
I've seen those before, and maybe you were talking about them before.
Well, my one of my fraternity brothers' wife made these buffalo cauliflower bites that were really good, and she kept calling them vegan chicken nuggets, and I was like, girl, this is cauliflower with Frank's Red Hot on it. And it was very tasty, and you know, flour and stuff, so it was crunchy and stuff. It was very tasty, and they were very good.
Okay.
But chicken, it was not.
Well, we're gonna leave it at that. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So anyway, I got a couple of things to share.
Come on, share with me.
So I hope everyone can hear this.
Can y'all hear it? Could y'all hear it? Did y'all hear when it was playing?
People in the hallways having sex, and people upstairs in the theater having sex, and people with their doors open inviting you to come in to have sex, and there's just people in there having sex.
Complaints about vapors.
So
he went to check out.
Basically, your buddy.
Where was he at? They couldn't hear it.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, we'll have to figure out another way to do it. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up through the TikTok, through the website. So this council person.
You're going to share it with?
Yeah, I am. This council person, to give you the background. There we go. Now I need to pull it back to the beginning. This council person went to this place. I don't know exactly where Vapor Spa is, but it's a bathhouse. And so he's like, they were having sex and the people there. And so here we go.
Complaints about Vapor Spa. He went to check out the men's only club and says it is not a health spa as advertised.
There are people in the hallways having sex, and people upstairs in the theater having sex, and people with their doors open inviting you to come in to have sex, and there's just people in there having sex.
Complaints about.
So oh, look at Eccentric. Eccentric's like, it's in Vegas.
Oh. Okay.
Come on, expert.
Yeah, listen. All right. Listen. Listen. We will powwow about this.
Bit, knowledge is power.
Bing. The more you know, shooting star.
But essentially, he said, I need to go. I'm a councilman in Vegas, apparently, and I need to go see what's going on. So he went in, and now he's on the news talking about they were in there and people were having sex, and they were having sex upstairs and downstairs, and they were in the rooms, and people invited me into their rooms to have sex. And I'm just like,
did you go in the rooms?
Right.
Did you go and have sex? Did you stand there and watch? Like,
this feels like an attempt to get ahead of a scandal.
This feels
like someone saw him, was like, aren't you councilman so-and-so? And he was like, bitch, I'm just here for research purposes.
Or
yeah, but I just saw you got like 5 dudes just nutted in you. Was that for research purposes?
Or every dude that he went into their room, they were just like, no, thank you. Never mind. No, step out. And that's when he was like, fuck this shit. Y'all all going down.
Right.
John says, how long do you
Louisville.
stay long enough to figure out?
How did he say long enough to figure that out? Right. Because if you was just like,
and you talk about all the different places they having sex, you was looking around, you was going around
right,
looking.
So, like, how long was you there? Because to find all of that out, you didn't need to stay very long to see that people was having sex. Because he was like, they was having sex at the theater and they were having sex. So you walked into all of the rooms. So you stood in the background. So you know how they are in the dark room. They're like,
they be doing that. Right, they be reaching out like, and you be like, wait. But then you get to a point where your eyes adjust and the hair reaches out in front of you, like reaching out, you be like,
right. No, girl, we all know that was not his first visit.
Was that? Yeah. No. Mm-mm.
So another one, did you all hear about the ball where the girls was macing the kids?
This is not, so apparently this is not the first time that this has happened. And this is not the first time that this person has done this.
Oh, okay.
And, well, I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll right, and make sure it's on the screen first, and roll the footage.
So just to give you the background. So this was what was the name of the ball? This was the House of Delcor's Black Card Ball 4. And the category was Butch Queen Face, where cisgender men are supposed to have a prize-winning face, and it was $10,000.
Yes, it was a $10,000 face category. So the girls was coming through. Listen, they had their best Maybelline, their best Dermablend. They had everything that was the best makeup on to come through and make this statement. Now,
right, and
we all hooked up with sound.
This is the shot. Sorry. So this is the person that got shot. So I guess after you get chopped, it's a wrap for you. You get one chop, I guess.
Go ahead. So I'm great.
Yeah. So apparently, he approached his boyfriend. Apparently, approached the panel.
Okay.
This is her trying to carry on.
That looked like Ashley.
So now we chopping and somebody run up here. I'm not having none of that. We're not having none of that.
That's not Ashley.
I mean, $10,000 will get the girls together.
Come on, get onto the
Now this, I believe,
we have a random Mercedes that need to be moved. LHD 2097. Oh, what is that? Is that Mace?
Bitch, the way I would have got up from that table and whooped his ass.
Listen,
honey, girl.
So apparently, so this ball was a $10,000 face category.
Right.
The guy who was walking, his idea and his look was something that was already borrowed from somebody else on the ballroom. So they'd already done the same thing. And actually,
in that same ball,
no, not in that same ball, but just this been done before.
Got it.
And it was a female figure that did it, and she did it it was spiked up, like it looked more like a mohawk, and it was beautiful on her. His attempt. Now, his whole look, the presentation, because he had two guys on chains and he had everything else there, that looked cute, but it fell apart at that point.
Okay.
And it just went downhill. The problem is when the boy got chopped and the boyfriend came up, bitch, you had planned. Like, who the fuck?
Who the fuck walks around with
like a Mason? Like,
but I will say, no, finish.
Well, for me, I'm like, I feel like that was very planned because the way you just decided to ease yourself on up to the judges and then walk across the judges with this can of mace that you're just gonna spray them. I feel like you was coming in there expecting the worst.
Right.
Let's say that.
Well, did I ever tell you about the time I went to the ball in Brooklyn?
Well, no, you did not. But balls are always chaotic.
So you might know who this person is. I think he's actually dead, so it's fine to tell the story. he was light skinned, kind of thick, lived in Brooklyn. He sounded like Harvey Firestein.
That's not narrowing down to any of the gays in New York.
No, but like legitimately, he talked like this. Like, my name is Bob Jones, whatever the fuck his name
That's
was.
not narrowing down anybody.
So I was staying in Manhattan because, of course. And he said he lived in Brooklyn. He did not say he lived in the projects.
Okay, well, all right.
So we get there, and I was walking up, and I was like, good times anytime it's in the day. Good times anytime days. Good time and the thunder not getting hustled, not getting hustled. Keep in your head above water, breaking away when you can. Temporary later, good time, easy credit rip-off. Good time, scratching and surviving. Good time, hanging in a chair line. Good time, ain't he lucky we got him? Boom, 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 boom. Good time. So I got there because I remember I was in Jezebel, the white car that I had at the time. Okay. No, it could have been Jezebel because that was before I moved into this house because that was in the early 2000s. Because I didn't buy Jezebel until 2009. But anyway, I drove up there because I drove to his place in Brooklyn, and I didn't know it was going to be
exactly like I said. You just described half of New York. But anyway,
only person I'd ever known to talk like that before that was Harvey Fireside. So anyway, we rolled up to his place. He lived on like the 12th floor or whatever, and they were all getting ready for this ball. And he had pretty. All right, so right in here.
right in here. In this space
right in here.
In this space right here.
He was serving. He had these beautiful red lips. He was light-skinned and he had like green eyes. My eyes are green 'cause I eat a lot of vegetables. It don't mean nothing to you. Your friends. My eyes are green. So anyway, and remember, so this was very early. I feel like I met him on like AOL or no. What was
Black Planet or Black Gay Chat?
What was that website for big boys?
Growler?
No, this was before apps. This was like 2003, 2004. So it was some website. And so I went up there to see him because it was New York City. I did not, I'd already learned my lesson. I did not plan to spend the whole time with him. I planned to spend the weekend fucking.
Okay.
And one night I was going to fuck him.
Okay.
But when I got there and saw Beyond right in here, I was like, yeah, this isn't happening. But I'd already been there, and he was like, we're going to go to this ball. So I was like, fine.
King's Place?
No, it wasn't that. It's soon as I remember it and say it, everybody's going to be like, yes.
Okay.
But anyway, so they're getting ready for the ball. They're talking and, the face and everything, and we're getting it together. And then we're getting ready to leave. And right before we leave, he's like, oh, shit, I forgot something. We get back. He comes back and gets a gun and puts it in his boot. And I'm like, what the fuck am I getting myself into? So the whole night I'm in like pre-flight or fight or flight mode because this was being my first ball. Everything, because I'm thinking, they got all of these. They got all of these cards. I've never been to a ball. They got all of these cards, right? They got a chop card, and then 1 through 10. And then so I was like, oh, okay, well, it's going to be like, it's going to be like the Olympic judge. Yes, Olympic judging, you get like a 4, this person. I was like, no, it's a 10 or a chop. And so I was like, why did y'all even bother to
It's because that's
all of these cards?
This in between the middle, it's either a 10 or a chop. That's all.
That's why when I first watched Pose, I was like, the one ball that I went to, there was no 9s. It was either a 10 or a chop.
That's it.
So it was no 10, 10, 10, 9. No. It was 10, 10, 10, chop.
That's it. And that's what they gave Miss Girl on this board. You're
right. So she got a chop.
One chop.
Right. And so I'll find the website because it's on my mind now. I'll keep looking through it.
Okay.
But anyway, so the whole night, like if everything was a fight, if somebody won, by definition, somebody else got chopped. So whoever got chopped, if it was their house or whatever their little group was, and of course everybody is drinking. I'm the only one sober person in there because I know this nigga got a gun. And so I needed to be like, here go the door. I got my hand on right by the door. So
you
like,
knew what the fuck was right.
If I need to ease on up out of this bitch.
You knew what the fuck was going on.
So every second, it was a fight the whole time. And then, where it was? It was at Roseland Ballroom.
Yes,
that was where the bar was. So that was my
Roseland Ballroom.
That was my first time at Roseland Ballroom. I was like, this is festive. I've never been since. Then we left there and went to this little hole in the wall club in Brooklyn. The whole club was as big as this room. And then, so you walk in and there's an aisle. In the back was a little bar. Then there was like a little mezzanine that had a little staircase that you went up to.
Okay.
And it was, imagine this room with like 75 people in it. That was how big. Standing. Right, hey girl, right. Hey girl, hey but girl. It was all black, so everybody is like
everybody rocking the room to the left and the right.
Right, it was all good. And so we left there, and I was like, he's gonna want to fuck when we get back. He's gonna want to fuck when we get back. He's gonna want to fuck when we get back. And so we got back, and then I was like,
go and suck the dick.
I did.
Just go.
And then
just go and let
I fucked him. I came in him, and then I was like, because he was like, okay, so I want to fuck you now, and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. We'll pick this up in the morning, and so of course he was like the whole night, right? I'm like, I need to figure out a way to. So
bitch, I can't breathe.
Right. So finally,
Mama, I can't breathe.
So finally, I was like,
he's doing that, like the one hand, like no.
Right. No, just slowly, like. And then, like, he would move, I'd be like, slowly eased my arm out.
And then that's when, but you don't know his name. That's not really important.
At this point,
important.
That is literally 20 years ago.
It's not important.
Because I never saw him again. I saw him online, and maybe I saw him at Pride one other time, but that was like a couple of years later. So I put my pants on, got dressed, got back down the pee smelling elevator, and back out the place. And then, this was early cell phone, so like you couldn't even like text anybody or anything. Sure. And so like I just ignored his calls for the rest of the weekend. And I was like, girl, I pulled a Marcus from Boomerang. That is exactly what I did.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey,
so that was my one experience at the ball. So
yeah, but so I don't know, this
Bigger City. That was where I met him, on Bigger City.
I don't know what that is. I never heard that.
It was a website at biggercity.com because my screen name was Thick Brother. But yeah, that was how I looked it up by that. But that was how I met him, and that was my one and only time at the ball. Is it still in existence? So I don't know.
Oh, okay.
A lot of those websites went away when you realized you could just go online and get dick right away.
Well,
you could.
True.
But yeah, so all of this, with the kids pulling mace, I was like, I've seen way more than mace. So
baby, we've had Desmond and I, I'm laughing because we've talked about like the kids.
I had such a good time last night. I can't wait to fuck you in the morning. I never want to let you go.
Okay, well, go ahead.
And never.
Go ahead, go to sleep. Go ahead.
Ebony and ivory live together. You sure snore loud, but that's cool, you know.
I can't breathe. But listen, the balls are always been like that place where shit goes down.
Yes.
Like we've talked about like certain people pulling out hatchets in the middle of the ballroom.
Yes, you remember. I remember you telling me that.
Child. I have also been a part of some things in the ballroom.
See,
I'm getting ready to explain.
So
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to explain.
They call you hatchet.
I am getting ready to explain. And Desmond can co-sign on this. Mm-hmm. We were trying to get out of the parking lot after a ball, and there was a now mailbox.
Make sure this ain't nothing that we got to testify about.
There was
later.
a mailbox in my way, and I just happened to move the mailbox out of my way with my car. That's all I'm saying. We were also at a ball down in Atlanta.
Who is Tony, and why did Tony have a meat cleaver?
That's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay. Tony had a meat cleaver. That's why he had to move the mailbox.
No, that's a different situation. But then we were actually at a ball in Atlanta, and this was right when Facebook had first came out. And so it was some girl that she met up with one of her Facebook people. She was like, "You that bitch that was on Facebook talking shit? You that bitch that was on Facebook talking shit?"
To you?
No, not to me. Oh no, she was
good.
saying this to somebody. And so Desmond and I were walking beside them.
This was a Bulldogs.
This was it was at a
field,
ball.
Everybody
it wasn't at
here
Bulldogs, though.
could imagine this happening at Bulldogs.
It was at some other place. It wasn't even an actual club. It was someplace where they were having like an event for that evening.
Got it.
And so we were in the parking lot walking away. And so we're standing here watching it, and they're over there. So he's like, "You that bitch that's talking shit on Facebook?" And me and Desmond were like, "Bitch, what the fuck is going on?" So then immediately a young Desmond decides he wants to go that direction where the fight was. I was like, "No, nigga, we going this way."
I mean, wait a minute. You the bitch that went.
Okay. Listen. At that, I was in Atlanta. I don't know none of these bitches. Listen. It was just now.
He said it was at Tracks.
It was at Tracks.
So
okay.
it was either at Tracks or Bulldogs. That both sounds right.
Yes. And so at that particular point, listen, I'm not worried about. That's somebody I'm never worried about. Me and Desmond. If I'm standing next to Desmond or Eric, bitch, I'm not, because these bitches, listen, y'all got what's behind coming towards y'all, bitch. I got what's coming towards me. I ain't worried about that.
Right.
But it was a whole fucking parking lot.
Right.
Now, bitch, we wasn't doing that. And the bitch had a belt buckle in her hand. She was swinging some shit. And I was like, bitch, we got to go. Like, we got to go. And then look at him. He's still talking about something. He was fine as hell. He was fine as hell. See, that's what the problem is. You try to get away from that shit.
Listen, who among us does not like, crazy trade?
As long as they don't black my eye, we don't have no problem.
See,
we don't have no problem.
Look at that.
We ain't got no problem. I'm just saying.
But yeah. So, as Eccentric said earlier, yeah, he about to go to jail because, honey, that's assault, and they got you on video, and everybody knows who you are, and you best believe that I will be like, on the ballroom scene, he goes by
the girls have
Trey
been going
Jones.
in.
I would be like, his real name is Robert Brooks.
The girls have gone in. They've already found his mugshot and everything else. They have been posting this in amongst the ballroom community.
He already been arrested?
No, they're posting
this
picture.
Is a previous mugshot.
Yes, they're posting his picture.
So he didn't learn learn his lesson from the last time he went to jail.
What they're saying is, they're like, this is the information of this person, and talking to the community saying, do with it as you must. And I was like, bitch, what? They're going in on him. He's public enemy number one. And I'm like, listen, I get it. He deserves it, but they are going in over him.
All right, Bougie Girl just stepped in. So, all right, so here's the 20-second version, Bougie Girl. I went to Brooklyn, went to a ball. Dude had a gun at the ball. Everybody was fighting. Everybody was kung fu fighting at the ball. We came back. Dude was cute right here in the face, but he sounded like Harvey Firestein, and the rest of his body did not
did not
work for me. But I fucked him. I fucked him anyway
matter.
because I'd already come all the way up to New York City and I'd already driven out to the projects in Brooklyn. Then he wanted to fuck me, so I said I'm sleepy, so we will fuck in the morning. But once the sun rose, I eased my arm out from under him, got dressed, and dipped.
That's the 15-second update.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the meat cleaver part has something to do. Oh,
the meat cleaver part was we were at a ball, and one of the actually it was one of Desmond's house fathers. It was Tony Revlon. He pulled out a damn meat cleaver, or it was a hatchet, I thought, but he said it was a meat cleaver. Either way, he pulled the shit out and was getting ready to go to town on people.
Eccentric said the kids looked him up and he had several mugshots.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so she's been a mess and she ain't learned her lesson from none of. Because listen, anybody can fuck around once or twice. But girl, you keep having mugshots. At some point, I'm like, girl,
they put his whole government out there. They put his shot up there.
I would too, because that is assault.
Yeah, his record had his address and everything. And that's when they were like, they said to amongst the community, like, girls, act accordingly. Let me see if I can find that, because I was laughing. I said, these bitches are getting ready to go in on this bullshit. Because I found it absolutely hilarious.
Mm-hmm. So there's a couple of quick things to hit. Remember we talked a couple of months ago, the stunt queen, Spencer Eldon, who had filed a suit in 2021 accusing Kurt Cobain's estate and the album photographer of sex trafficking for the cover of their Nevermind album. Remember the 4-year-old boy?
Yep.
And the judge dismissed that suit. She was like, girl, the judge was like, yeah, no. So in Los Angeles on Friday, U.S. District Judge Fernando Olguin ruled that Eldon waited too long to file the suit and cited a 10-year statute of limitations. So they really basically said it wasn't that there was no merit to the allegations, but you waited 10 years afterwards, and so the statute of limitation. But what Nirvana had said was that, girl, you have gone around.
Paid. The guy had been paid.
The guy, whether or not the guy had been paid, you can't say that you were abused and taken advantage of, but still be making money by going to events and signing pictures of it. I mean, you could say that you were abused and that they didn't have your permission or whatever. He had his parents' permission, so, but you can't say that and then, so whatever. So there is that. We all remember, I don't watch it anymore, but Sheree Whitfield finally revealed her overdue clothing line, She by Sheree, on Sunday's season finale. You remember she had a fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful.
Fashion.
So now, 14 years later, she finally had a fashion show. She said, after 14 years, I did it. I've had a lot of ups and downs. I've had letdowns. I want everyone who feels like they can't do it to keep pushing with prayer, determination, hard work. It will definitely pay off. However, many are accusing her of stealing designs from the fashion site Shein. Is it Shein? Shein, as well as Amazon. Most notably, a 2-piece gray sweatsuit modeled by Whitfield is nearly identical to a more affordable version. The She by Sheree set is priced at $130. And the set by on Amazon is like $30. And the others, she had $142 t-shirts. And my thing is not that the t-shirt, it's not that the shirts cost $142. It's really not that.
Okay.
Because lots of people have, Kanye has done it. Lots of people, you can buy expensive ass t-shirts that normal people would be like, there's no way that I'd pay more than $20 for that shirt.
Right.
It's that, for me, it's the level of effort. So none of these shirts are like this. So like if you had a bunch of,
it's a cute shirt though, the idea of it.
It's a cute shirt, but if you had shirts like this or like this, where someone actually had to design this,
right,
and come up with an original drawing, and maybe it took a while to get all of that done. But these shirts are essentially all words on shirts. Mm-hmm. Like this gray one says, "Are you wearing She by Sheree?" I'm not paying $142 for that, and I don't understand why it took 14 years to do that. The other one just literally says joggers on it in rainbow letters. So none of it justifies taking 14 years to do it, because as Louboutin said, $148 for a color printer iron-on t-shirt. I mean, even if you wanted, if that's what you wanted to do, it don't take 14 years to come up with that level of effort. So, I mean, I'm not even going to give her a stunt queen for $148 t-shirts, because lots of people do shit like that.
Okay, well, all right.
I mean, let me just be clear. There is nobody in this world from whom I would buy $148 t-shirt. Nobody.
Listen, I'm right there with you, and I'm looking for. I'm getting close to it.
So
when they posted his damn mugshot up here, but I swear to God.
So the last story that I have, Margaret Court, who she has some shit to say about Australia, about Serena Williams. So she decided to air her grievances. She told Britain's Daily Telegraph, quote, "Serena, I've admired her as a player, but I don't think she has ever admired me. I came back after 2 babies. After having the first baby, I won 3 out of 4 Grand Slams. Serena hasn't won a slam since having a baby." Court has won more Grand Slam titles than Williams, 24 compared to 23, but they were mostly won in the amateur era. So what that means is that when Margaret Court, who styled herself a professional tennis player, and I mean, her record was impressive for the era, but she was playing mostly amateurs. So she was, and again, this was, you know, we barely consider women's sports to be sports now. Think about
that was his interest look with the 2 guys, but I'm okay. Go ahead.
She was playing against mostly like other housewives or other semi-professionals.
Exactly.
So it will be like Serena Williams playing against
the local neighborhood legend.
The local neighborhood who might be good.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like Serena Williams playing against the best player in high school. And that just is not going to cut it. Right. And also white people, she also insisted that playing tennis today is easier than playing it in the 1960s and 70s. She says, quote, "I would have loved to have played in this era. I think it's so much easier. I would have loved to taken family and friends along with me, but I couldn't. I had to go on my own or with the national team. People didn't see that." Now, also, Ms. Court is known for her public opposition to same-sex marriage, as well as some
and here it is.
Oh, she's got a lot. She's a lot going on with her.
Literally, move accordingly. You posted his name, his age, date of birth,
well,
address,
you know the shit is public.
Everything. Like, it's literally out here, this one person. And this is reposted. The kids are, this young man better go into hiding if he isn't already.
Yes. So there's a couple of things here. She didn't need to say nothing. She said, I admire Serena, but I don't think Serena admires me. And I'm like, what is she supposed to say?
Yeah, like, what do you?
And she also says that she believes that she could have been as good or better than Serena in this era. But that's an unnecessary compilation. No one's taking away from what you accomplished in your era, but you are, and they do this to Serena all the time.
They do this to a lot of athletes.
They do it a lot to Black athletes, and especially Black female athletes. You know, if there's anyone that can even slightly compare to her, you know, they will do something messy. Also, let's also be clear that them babies that she had, she married the premier of Western Australia. So this was, think about in the 50s and 60s. So she was a rich housewife,
yes, indeed,
who could afford to spend all of her time playing tennis. And so the only other people that could do that she could even play with were amateurs who also had a family and other shit, but they didn't have the luxury of fucking around all day and having nannies to take care of their kids,
right,
so they could play tennis all sorts of hours. And then also this comparison between errors is always going to be fucked up.
Yeah,
the person who is the fastest person in the world in 1940
was Jesse.
I'm just saying, in general, would get dusted by the slowest person. The fastest person in a 100-yard dash in the 1940 would get dusted by the slowest person in the 100-yard dash now, because over time, athletes have gotten faster. So whatever that world record was in 1940, that's the bar. 70, 100 years later, everyone is faster. So you can't continue to say and expect that, oh, I'm always the greatest. No, someone's always going to eclipse your record. Always going to eclipse your record. So she just should just sit all the way down. She could have just said nothing.
Well, she did.
Hey, Mufasa, and she didn't. So anyway, so fuck
she
her.
Did not. What's up, Mufasa? What's going on?
All right, so this story about Tiffany Haddish and Aries.
So, okay.
It's a lot.
So listen. So Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears
Did you see the video?
Or I did not. I did not watch the video.
I have seen,
and so I'm a little. I don't. It's cringy. It's from what I understand.
It's cringy. It's not straight on child porn, but it is wildly inappropriate.
Yeah. So okay. So Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears apparently groomed a 14-year-old girl and her 7-year-old brother. I'm sorry. Allegedly groomed a 14-year-old girl and her 7-year-old brother, coercing them to film explicit skits. This is according to a new lawsuit. But Tiffany's legal team is calling it nothing but a shakedown, years in the making. And this is the same thing that Aries Spears and his team has come out recently and said as well. Now, the comedians are being sued by two siblings going by Jane and John Doe. And they claim they've been traumatized for life as a result of allegedly being groomed when they were children. The boy also claims to have been molested by both defendants. Now, in the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, the older sister says she was just 14 when Haddish gained her trust and convinced her to film a sexually suggestive video with Haddish teaching her how to mimic fellatio for the skit. Now, the allegations get even more disturbing because in the suit, she claims her younger brother was only 7 when Haddish brought him to a home where Spears and Haddish molested him while filming a quote-unquote Funny or Die video titled Through a Pedophile's Eyes. Now, Tiffany's attorney, again, says the lawsuit is purely an extortion attempt, telling us that the plaintiff's mother, Triza Morris, has been trying to assert these bogus claims since against Miss Haddish for several years. Her lawyer continues and says that every attorney who initially took on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless, and Miss Haddish would not be shaken down. There's a lot of back and forth about who did what. There's also something in here that says that the siblings also say that their mother tried to reach a $15,000 settlement with Spears over the alleged molestation video, and they're going after Haddish and Spears for damages. Now, the one thing that I did give an update recently was from Tiffany, and this was from the source. It said in an update, Haddish stated that she's relieved that the video has come forward and she was over the threats associated. She said, I wanted to take responsibility and I was tired of being extorted. She said, I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because this is an ongoing legal case, there's very little I can say right now. But clearly, while the sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all. And I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. I really look forward to being able to share a lot more about the situation as soon as I can.
The video is trash. It's not at all funny. First of all,
what's up, Canelli?
The moral of this story is don't fuck with Lizzo, because anybody that fucks with Lizzo ends up,
I thought about that as well.
Lizzo is a witch. I mean, so
yeah.
I mean, in a good way,
right?
But the video is not funny at all. It's not at all funny. And so let me give you. So Tiffany plays a mother who, for some reason, has to keep running out to the post office at like all hours. So like in the first one, she's like, I need to run to the post office at sometime in the afternoon. Then it's like late in the afternoon. And then at one point, Aries Spears, she says, hey, I need, this is like the third time, I need to go to the post office. And Aries Spears is like, it's midnight. Oh, I found a 24-hour post office. It was like dumb. But so in the video, so the child is like on the floor, shirtless, playing with a truck or whatever. So Aries Spears is looking at, and he's shirtless, and he's looking at in a magazine, right? So she first had, yes, he's going to fuck somebody, obviously. But he's looking, like pretending to read a paper. Then he drops a layer of the paper, and then he has a magazine that has eye holes cut out. As they start playing R. Kelly, I don't see nothing wrong. And so it's through the eyes of a pedophile. He's looking at this child, and the camera pans down to this child's crotch. And then, like, the boy is, I think that was a boy. I can't even tell. The child was young and really skinny, was androgynous. So I'm not sure if this was the 14-year-old girl, or I'm assuming it's the
7-year-old boy. Okay.
And so then the little boy is like playing with the truck or whatever, and he turns over. And then, like, the camera, like it's the dude's eyes, focuses in on this child's butt. Then later, when he goes, also trigger warning, I apologize. So if you might want to mute it. I'm going to give you a thumb signs up when we finish talking about it. And I'm only talking about it in the roundest terms.
Okay.
So later, the child, when she goes out for another dick appointment, is in the bath, taking a bath. And once again, he's doing the same thing, looking through. And he's like, I used to be friends with some,
like Minnie Mouse, or
like
something?
like another child molester, like I can't remember if he said like Roman Polanski or something like that. And then he's like, oops, I fell in the bath with the child. Then in the third one, Aries Spears has no room to talk about anybody being fat because he was shirtless in this other one and all of this guttage and everything. But to me, this was actually the most disturbing part, is the roles are reversed. And so now it's the little child who is looking at this adult man, and like his legs are kind of spread. And so it's like, like if you've ever listened to pedophiles say he wanted it, this 7 or 8 year child wanted it. So it's justifying that by saying that, oh, this little boy was looking at me the same way. So I'm like, I don't know anything about these allegations of molestation or whatever. I will say that this video is in the poorest taste.
Yeah.
There was no reason for it. They apparently filmed this for Funny or Die, that website.
Right.
Funny or Die,
they said
the moment they saw it, they were like, yeah, there's no way.
In fact, they put it up, but then they took it down.
Right, because they sort of put it up because of who Aries Spears was.
Right.
But the moment someone in a position of power actually saw it, they was like, yeah, we
take it down.
Take it down. We don't want to be associated with this at all. So it was horrible. So we're finished talking about the actual description, so you can come back now. But it was disgusting.
Yeah,
it was just like, how could any two? And Tiffany Haddish talks about being molested.
Yeah, I don't.
And so how could you? It's just the worst. If you aren't actually a perv, I mean, you are a perv. I just don't know how to get around that. I don't know how you could think that was funny. I don't know how you. There are some things that aren't funny that could never be made funny. And molesting a child is never funny. It's just not funny.
I didn't even have any interest in watching the video because I did
because I wanted to be able to talk about it.
Nope, I didn't want to watch
here. And I was glad that it wasn't. It was very bad, but it could have been so much worse. And so, but I will say that it does at least feel like maybe part of this is a stunt, because they're saying things that can't be proven. They can only talk about what's in the video, which is horrible. Horrible. But does that rise to the level of molestation? I'm glad I'm not involved in none of it.
Yeah,
you know,
especially if there's been a shakedown over the years and she's been getting multiple payments,
or
like
tried
Tiffany,
to,
or
so
tried to.
So apparently
That's
their mother put $15,000. That was the price to make this go away. Because I will put it to you like this:
She tried to reach a $15,000 settlement.
If someone molested my minor children, there is no amount of money that I will be like, oh, okay,
you couldn't pay me.
This is fine.
You couldn't pay me.
First of all, I'm not trying to call no lawyer. I'm calling the police.
Good for you, because I'm not calling the police. I'm just saying.
I don't look good in prison. I mean, orange is my favorite color. But
listen,
orange is not the new black. So I don't.
But you also have to get caught. And you also,
I mean, that is true. You know, people slip and fall off the side of a cliff all the time. I mean,
as Miss Dolores Claiborne said, you know, sometimes brakes go out.
Right.
And sometimes all you have to hold on to is being a high riding bitch. And I'm okay with that.
Boozy Girl said everyone dies.
Exactly.
But
wasn't that a song by YouTube?
The fact that you're going to try to settle for such a small amount too, but regardless of the amount, tells me that
this is some shenanigans.
But
and shame on you as a parent.
Right. Rarely is it as black and white. So I feel like there's blame to go around because there's no way. It's like the same thing like those people that accuse Michael Jackson of whatever. I was like, why would you leave I don't care that it was Michael Jackson. There's no way.
Why would you leave your child with this?
I don't care who it is. I mean, I love Patti LaBelle, but there's no way that if I had a child, I'd be like, yeah, go stay at Patty's house over the weekend. Oh, and by the way, Patty is like, you can't come. I'm like, no, that's not how this goes at all. You never leave your child unattended. I mean, my parents didn't even like to leave me with some. I mean, none of our relatives were molestery, but you know, my mother was like, yeah.
My mom was she got real iffy with like going to stay with my cousin's house. And she's like, she's like, bring your ass home. She's like, come home. I'm like,
right. Well, you like, hey mom, I'm gonna stay over so and so. No, you are. You're gonna
bring your ass back home. Like that's literally, she's like, bring your ass home.
Right.
Click. But mom, click. Like,
right. This wasn't a conversation.
Yeah, my mom said I gotta go home. So
yeah.
But you know, listen,
because she know where you are.
Exactly.
She got to come get you.
Listen, that's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse.
Right.
But so anyway, on to our next story. And listen,
I cannot believe this.
She is. We're gonna go ahead and nominate her for Stunt Queen of the Year so far.
How can she be a stunt queen?
No, because
we're talking about the new story. So tell us the story.
Okay, so here's the thing. Mm-hmm. So Blac Chyna was named the top earner and creator on OnlyFans, and so here we are. The stats are in for OnlyFans. A report from Variety, the social media site, announced its financial results for the year that ended on November 30th, 2021, and brought in some serious bank. The UK-based company's net revenue grew 160% to $932 million and had pre-tax profits of $433 million. That's an increase from 2020 to 61 million. That's an increase of 61 million. It should be probably. Okay. So OnlyFans creators earned $3.86 billion in 2021, an increase of 115% from the year prior. And this contributed to bringing the company's payments to creators to more than $8 billion since its 2016 founding. In addition, gross revenues more than doubled to $4.8 billion for November 2021. Now, some of the creators who secured the biggest bag were Blac Chyna, who pulled in an estimated $20 million per month, making her the top earner creator for OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. But also, people were shocked to see that she was raking in so much money. And then let's also think back to the fact that she actually tried.
Shocked.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. They weren't shocked to see Chyna raking in that much money. But let's go back a few months, and we reported on this about the story about Blac Chyna taking. She posted the post about how she's a single mom. Mm-hmm. She had to sell one of her cars.
Right. And I was like, bitch, if you're making $20 million a month, the fuck?
Stunt queen. That's
first of all,
saying.
That's a stunt. Because first of all, no shade, but if she's putting in $20 a month, she got way more money than Rob Kardashian and Tyga. Tyga, that means in 6 months that this bitch pulled in $120 million. Tyga is not worth $120. Tyga and Rob Kardashian combined are not worth $120 million.
So that's $240 million for the year.
Right. And so I'd be like, bitch, what the fuck do I owe you child support for?
So
And and that was the other part of it. The children live with Rob and Tiger,
who pay for some of their shit.
So you making $20 million a month, and the children don't live with you, but you want child support? Girl, bye. So that is the stuntiest of queens.
She's a nominee for Stunt Queen of the Year. So
and my thing is like, these aren't the kind of OnlyFans that like you and I watch. I mean, Black China. I mean, I'm pretty sure Black China
is not on my list of OnlyFans I'd be watching.
But I mean, I guess I'll need to check it out or at least see what the free part. I'm not paying for it.
I don't want to see anything about what Black China's doing.
Like my thing is, she ain't busting it wide and dipping it low. I mean, she's not a porn star.
But that's about it.
But what I'm saying is, my point is that straight dudes are so pressed. I was like, what are y'all paying to see? That's what I want to, like, remember they talked about all of these other people that have OnlyFans. It's like, I watch OnlyFans to see people get fucked. I'm not interested. Like, some people use OnlyFans. It's like, look at my art. Girl, I don't give a fuck about your art.
I'm trying to see the sex.
Straight, gay, bi, trans, whatever it is that if you're getting dick down, I mean, I don't really watch any lesbian porn, but if you're not getting your holes busted, if you're not getting your pussy or your hole ate, or you're not sucking somebody off, I'm not going to subscribe to your OnlyFans. So my question is, why the fuck? I mean, apparently people do. So maybe me and you need to get OnlyFans because, bitch, I just need 1/20th of that. Because, bitch, if I could bring in $1 million a year, girl, fuck Amtrak. $1 million a month, excuse me. If I could bring in $1 million a month by showing my feet.
Baby, let me tell you something.
Wait a minute.
Get your foot up there. Show these roosty bastards. You still got it. You still got it.
Look at that. Look at that foot. You see that? It's still not in the screen. Come on. There you go.
Swing it over that way. Swing it over. Swing it over.
Because, baby, if I could get $1 million, if I could get $500,000 a month
for showing my
feet on the interwebs, bitch, the weight in my whole life would change.
Baby, I'd be like, listen, not right now. Listen, daddy's working. See me in a couple hours.
Right. And so to me, it ain't no homosexuals, and it's probably not any lesbians buying that. So that is all straight dudes. It's a one or two, but that fan base is 95% heterosexual males. And so I'm like, you just watching this bitch throw her titties around?
Child.
When you could get real porn for free on Twitter and so many other places? Girl, there's no way. So I only subscribe to OnlyFans because I will join an OnlyFans, download all the content, and then unsubscribe. So like I keep a fund.
I get it.
I keep a fund of $50. So I have like 3 or 4 people that I subscribe to, and I keep a list, and I'd be checking them off as I go through. I was like, oh, he's got some cute stuff. Look at his Twitter for a little bit. I'd like to see what he's got. And, some of the girls be charging like $25, $30 a month. I'm like, nope. But if they're like $10 or $15.
$5, less than $10. I like 5,
and so I'm like, all
7.
right. So I'll join it. I'll download or go through, because I use Chrome. So they have like a little extension that allows you to download the OnlyFans content or the Just for Fans content. So I'll download all of their stuff and then unjoin it, wait a month, and then use that same $50 to subscribe to a few more people. But as I said, all of my content is people actually getting gutted. Fucked. I'm not there. Even like the straight ones where it's just like them artistic nude videos of them showing their holes or their dicks, or even jerk off videos. Girl, I can do that. I have been jerking off successfully
since I was
for
like 38
years. So I'm good. I don't need, and I can do it in the mirror if I want to see.
So I'm going on to the next story.
Anyway, so next.
So here's another possible stunt queen. Mm-hmm. Now, Black China is up for Stunt Queen of the Year. So let's just
not for OnlyFans, but for the stunt related to her child support. Yeah.
So here we go. So, and this kind of made me think about, because I'm not a parent, but it makes me feel about, well, let me take that back. I'm not I don't have any biological kids, but I do have kids that I feel responsible for. But anyway, so possible stunt queen. T.I. reacts to his son's recent arrest. Now, T.I. is allowing his son King to lead his own path, even if it lands him in prison. The artist spoke about his son's recent run-in with law enforcement on Friday. As previously reported, Police arrested the 18-year-old for reasons that remain unclear. However, in a video, his friend revealed police gave him a violation for not wearing a seatbelt. After the arrest, King took to Instagram with a message for anyone saying he wants to be a gangster. And he says, everybody that say nigga trying to be gangster, I ain't asked for the police to pull me over. Y'all bitch ass niggas, that's what he said. So then naturally folks online clicked over to T.I.'s social media profiles with calls for him to advise his young son on his problematic behavior. This comes just a few months after footage of King arguing with a Waffle House employee and how it went viral. At the time, T.I. slammed the
Oh, that was him, right?
That was him. He said, I don't understand what world we live in.
This girl looks like she weighs a $105 soaking wet holding a brick. So
when this is what we're trying to promote.
She need to keep it real cute.
So, okay, so on Friday, T.I. wanted no part in public discourse about his son's behavior. So instead, he made it clear the conversation was already held in private with King, his mother Tiny, and even his grandmother. He said, I got a small request. Stop hitting me and getting in my comments telling me what to tell King. I know my son. You think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son his mama and his grandmama his ass going to prison if he goddamn keep this shit up? His ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm going to be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop him. He said, now the artist continued. He said he's made peace with whatever is next for King. He claimed to know his son's energy because he was that energy and knows how things would turn out. He said, King's a good kid chasing after the wrong shit. I trust in God to deal with it the way that he sees fit. It ain't really shit else. He got all the whippings, done all the punishment, did everything as a child you can do to him. So now he's gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me, his mama, or nobody else gonna be able to say about it. He made it clear his unconditional love for King. He says he's gonna learn his lessons. Life's gonna teach him all the lessons that he needs to know, and that's the most that we can do. That's the best we can ask for. I know who he is at his core. This shit that he's trying to do, he's trying to convince himself of things, as we all do as young men and even young women growing up, try to convince ourselves that we are certain things, and in that journey we find out exactly who the fuck we really is.
That was a whole lot.
So listen, on one hand, I understand what he's saying as a parent. Like, listen, he's my child. I know what the fuck he's getting ready to do. Like, I see it. I've had my grandmother, I've had friends of the family predict that kids are going to wind up in jail. That's exactly what the fuck happened.
Yeah, because
so you know your kids. Now, all the extra nonsense that he's getting in his email box from people talking about, talk to your kid or whatever. So I kind of get it. And so
yeah, but yet he's going to let this boy live his life. Yet he's going to his daughter's gynecological visits to confirm that she's still a virgin.
Yes, he did.
So
yes, he did.
I mean,
yes, he did. So
I mean, if you're going to let your son make his own mistakes, let your daughter make her own mistakes too. So
you know what?
Listen,
Tyra, don't you?
King's inside ugly is catching up with his outside ugly. Yeah, and he's grown up as an entitled child who think that he has the luxury of knowing that he has famous and fairly wealthy parents.
Yep.
And so when he beat up the Waffle House kid, he doesn't think like other people, oh, I might go to jail.
Didn't get into a shouting match? They didn't start fighting, did they?
Well, I know what you mean, but I'm saying all in the back of his mind is that he has the T.I. and Tiny safety net that you and I don't.
Child. Mary Allison Vernon was like,
girl, you act stupid if you want to. You be dumb if you want to, but he's doing that. And they probably have $50. Enabled him all of his life to let him get away with this little shit. And this is what happens when you let kids get away with little shit. They start thinking they can get away with big shit. And one day he is going to roll up on somebody who one either does not give a shit that he is T.I. and Tiny's child, or is going to fuck with him specifically because he's T.I. and Tiny's child.
Yep.
So you need to sit all the way down because something terrible is going to happen to him. And I mean, I don't want anything terrible to happen to him, but
no, I get it.
I ain't nobody's grandmama, but I can see it too. That baby gonna end up in jail.
Yes, he is.
Or dead.
Now, okay. So on to this next story, and I'm gonna talk about this. So I'm gonna just say it out loud. Stacey Dash. Okay.
Girl, fuck this bitch.
So she's in line. She's the stunt queen as well.
Definitely.
Stacey Dash was overcome with her emotions in a video she shared on TikTok Wednesday while making a revelation that set comment sections across the internet on fire. The 46-year-old clueless actress confessed in the clip that she has just learned that DMX has passed away.
Said, you better watch your step. You're gonna hurt yourself one day.
Mm-hmm. She says, I'm
it's
ashamed.
so easy to please me.
Can we finish the story?
I mean, I thought we was gonna have like a music moment.
But we trying to finish.
It's so easy. Come on.
Go ahead. I don't know what notes you're hitting.
Die.
I don't know the rest of these words.
It's so easy. All right, finish your story because you're not playing along.
I don't remember this.
Go ahead.
Song. Okay. So
better watch the step, Anita Baker.
I know that, but I don't know all the rest of it with the choruses. I don't remember that.
That's not like one of her favorite songs.
Yeah, like I know what it is, but anyway. So the 46-year-old clueless actress confessed in a clip that she has just learned that DMX has passed away a whole year after his death.
Okay, can we do this one? You ready? You got this one? Come on, hold my hand. Hold my hand. All right. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. I won't be neglected. I won't be denied the pleasure of your kisses, the pleasure of your smile. I think you take for granted. I'll always be here just because I love you. Doesn't mean I won't disappear. Been so long. I'm missing you, baby. Been so long. I'm missing you, baby. Such a mellow memories of once upon a time, slowly creeping on me and the linger on my mind. Just let somebody love you. I just don't know why. Whenever I get close to you, you wanna run and hide. Been so long.
Come on, damn it.
All right, so please finish this story.
So the 46-year-old clueless actress confessed in the clip that she has just learned that DMX passed away a whole year after his death. She says, I'm ashamed. I didn't know DMX died. I didn't know from a cocaine overdose. She said, pausing several times to control her emotions.
Sure, girl.
So she then explained why she felt so deeply connected to DMX. Now, I'm going to come back to that. I am today 6 years and 1 month clean, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that he lost to it. He lost to that demon. Please, please don't lose. So the clip of Stacey weighing on the death of DMX became a trending topic of Twitter almost immediately after it went up. People made clueless jokes about the star and chatted about how seemingly disconnected she is to the news cycle. So this one person who tweeted, Philip Lewis, he says, Stacey Dash is one of those rare individuals who are never, ever trending for anything good.
Never.
So, but then not all the comments were negative, even if they were meant for laughs. So,
wait a minute. Your Brissa said Anita Baker. Girl, listen.
We just want to ignore that.
Where's my hatchet?
So, comedian Roy Wood Jr. defended the star on social media, writing, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Stacey Dash's social media algorithm ain't prioritizing rapper news. She probably over there scroll through nothing but My Pillow ads and Herschel Walker sharpening crayons.
Definitely.
I fell out when I read this part. I couldn't get myself together. So then Claudia Jordan tweeted, and she said she thinks the actress did know about DMX, but perhaps just found out his cause of death, which triggered her to sob. She tweeted, to be fair, regarding Stacey Dash DMX thing, I'm thinking maybe she knew he died, but perhaps just found out the cause of death. That triggered her to cry since she had her own battles with drugs. That seems to make the most sense. She then went on to talk about how she feels like Stacey Dash is making herself a little bit lighter. But hey,
I saw that video and I was like, girl, who is this white woman?
So I don't know. But Stacey Dash, really, like a whole year later, like this is what we're doing.
I was.
It feels
So
very.
my thing is like, but
very
why
in the
though?
vein of stuff.
Well, my thing. So even if I accept all of that, I guess I just don't understand social media. So if you could even be moved by DMX's death, right? But first of all,
well, Mufasa, we talked about
that
talked
earlier.
About that.
Mufasa, you
came in a little bit late.
You
came in late. I'm sorry, you got here after I did.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I just don't understand the need to share that kind of thing online. First of all,
so I don't know.
Stacey Dash knows ain't nobody checking for her. If she's watching the My Pillow guy, the people that are watching Stacey Dash are like, who the fuck is DMX? And so getting on TV and crying about it feels self-serving to me. So that's why it's a stunt queen, because the whole thing feels like a stunt.
So I feel like that may be part of it.
So if we hear something in the future about her new album coming out or some shit that she's doing, then
I feel like that may be a part of it. But then I will say on a real note, if somebody's going through something that you've gone through and that you know what they're ready to go through, there's you sympathize with what they're going through. And so I do not have a drug addiction. So I'm sure that if that's what she was struggling with and knew he was struggling with that as well, I can see her being.
No, Epic was very early. It was Mufasa that was late, Bougie Girl.
Right. Get it together. Bougie Girl was not here. I was on time. You was not. Matter of fact, you came in a little late. What's going on with that? Where you been at, Bougie Girl?
She's got COVID. She's got the COVID. So she's got the COVID falls.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I take all that back. I take all that back, Bougie. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go back onto what I was going to say.
Your rant. Okay.
Yeah, but so I feel like it possibly may have been reaching out. She may have been reaching out because they share maybe that bond.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, I was coming from work at the Blacks, and so that's what.
Hold my hand. I
don't think I know the words of this.
I had some problems.
Are we gonna finish these stories?
And no one could seem to solve them. But you found the answer. You told me to take this chance and learn the ways of love, my baby, and all that it has to offer. And all that I have, I give my all to you.
I was a little rusty on that part. I was like,
all my love, baby, and all this love is waiting for you, my baby, my darling, and all my love is waiting for you. Ooh. All right, so go ahead.
But anyway, so wait a minute. You had your titties out at the oh, Bougie. And you fainted? Girl.
Right. She did the most she said last week she did the most when she went to Vegas.
Girl.
She did the most.
Girl, are you okay? I will text you afterwards.
Yeah.
Shit. Anyway, we didn't get off this. So we're on.
We still. I want to just let you know that there's at least one more song coming. Okay. All right, so keep going. But it won't be till after you finish this next story.
Okay. So now let's talk about. So this past week we've seen a lot of like, I don't want to say sad news, but there's been some closure to a few things, and so. In the U.S. Open, Serena Williams ended her career with a third-round loss, but her tennis legacy will only grow. So listen, Serena Williams, the icon, the legend, the GOAT, lost in the third round at the U.S. Open, marking her final match as a professional tennis player. Australia's Tom Lanjovic, we're gonna go with
that girl.
Beat Williams on Friday night in a thrilling battle, 7-5, 6-7, 7-4, and then 6-1 at Arthur Ashe Stadium. The 3-hour match had a wild, lengthy comeback that ended with a heated tiebreak in the second set before Tom Lanovich finally closed out the match in the third, ending with what will go down as one of the best and most watched matches of the tournament. So Williams got emotional on her way off the court. She cried happy tears. She said happy tears, I guess, in her on-court post-match interview as she thanks her parents and her sister, Venus. She says, thank you. She said, thank you so much. You guys were amazing today. I wish I played a little bit better. Thank you, Daddy. I know you're watching. Thanks, Mom. I just thank everyone that's here. That's been on my side so many years, decades. Oh my gosh, literally decades. But it all started with my parents, and they deserve everything. So I'm really grateful to them. She said, these are happy tears, I guess. I don't know. And I wouldn't be Serena if there wasn't Venus. So thank you, Venus. That part for me is what put the icing on the cake. And I said, dear God. And I had to remember, yes, Venus was out there first. Venus was out there first, and Serena followed her older sister out there. And so it's like, it made sense. I was like, all right, but it was that was a linchpin for me. A loss like this isn't how Williams wants to end her career, but this is not what she'll be remembered for. Her career is too incredible, too important for one moment to define her. Now, keep in mind, Venus came into the spotlight first, but Serena followed close behind. She officially arrived in 1999, winning the U.S. Open. Then in 2002-2003, achieved a feat that is now called the Serena Slam, holding all 4 Grand Slam titles at the same time over 2 calendar years. She won the 2002 French Open, the 2002 Wimbledon title, the 2002 U.S. Open, and the 2003 Australian Open. In each of those finals, she had to beat her own sister to win the trophy.
Your friend stay trying it.
We giving you grace because you had a real fucked up week. That's what we gonna do. All right. Now Williams would again win the Serena Slam in 2014, 2015. And it says she never managed to achieve the calendar slam, winning all 4 majors in the same year, but she became the first tennis player in history to achieve a career golden slam, winning all 4 majors and the Olympic gold medal in singles and doubles. Williams is so dominant in singles that her doubles career, playing alongside Venus, is often forgotten. As a doubles team, they remain undefeated in Grand Slam finals, winning 14 and never losing a single one. Listen, legend, GOAT, rest your tennis racket, because baby, you have left your mark. So that's all I got to say about that.
Right.
So,
all right. Get ready.
Let me get some water.
Okay. We're going to be full voice from the very beginning.
Okay, come on.
Get the first note.
Give
you
me,
ready? You see, this is the song right here.
Girl.
You ready? You ready?
I can't get off my high horse, and I can't let you go. You are the one who makes me feel so real. How? What am I supposed to do? How? What am I supposed to do, baby, when I'm so hooked up on you? Then I realize that you are somebody else's guy. Oh, yeah.
Why you want to do this to me, boy?
Bitch, no, you didn't. Not with Michelle and Kelly. Bitch, that's it. You in timeout.
Right.
Bitch.
Okay.
You in timeout.
All right. So I got one more.
All right.
This is the B.
I know that.
Miss Honey. Miss Honey. Miss Honey. Miss Honey. Don't you hear me calling you Miss Honey? I know you hear me calling you Miss Honey. The bitch knew that I'd be back. She knew that I was not going long, Miss Honey. Miss Honey. I told the bitch that she should stay. I warned the bitch she should not stay. Miss Honey. Miss Honey. Now I'm back and she is gone. Yes, I'm back and want to talk, Miss Honey. Miss Honey. Miss Hans, the bitch, she's got some nerve. Here I am and feeling fierce. Miss Honey. Miss Honey.
Not chop chop. Please leave the wrong way. Listen, you just
Wait a minute.
You can't take.
Wait a minute.
You just said you can't take. Matter of fact, can we kick her out of the studio? We can kick her out, can't we?
Right.
Okay,
Right. Ban her. Ban her. All right. Well, let's get into this beautiful bean footage.
Yes. It's a little high, ain't it?
No, that's very low.
That's low. Okay.
Mhm.
You get your sugars. Get your
Yeah, my
right.
sugars
Your sugar
is-
low.
We're back in
Your
range.
sugar levels is well, not low, but they,
No, it's getting a little low. So
Are
I
your
need to
chicken
eat
levels okay?
my chicken? I need to up my chicken levels.
Okay, I need you to.
Are you coming to Kings Dominion this weekend? Oh,
I am not. I
I
gotta.
thought-
We got
You
this.
should be like, yeah, I can't do it.
No, but I'm not. I'm helping. What's his face?
That's what I'm saying. You should be like, I can't do that. I got to go to Kings Dominion.
Okay. We'll talk. Okay, we'll talk.
Okay.
All right.
No. I don't mean there's nothing happening. I didn't mean it like that.
No, but I also
know you
don't
don't
want
want to go.
Yeah,
I know,
I
right.
don't
All right.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
So we're actually going up on. Oh, so for those of you who are in the DC metro area, Us Helping Us is having their annual Pride Night at Kings Dominion, and it is Saturday. The Pride Night event starts at like 5, but
Yeah.
it's going up for the whole day. We're actually, me and the slave friend are going up and staying in Short Pump.
Why did I know that?
It's just north of Richmond. So, but I got some potato salad for you, Bougie Girl. I'll figure out a way to get it to you between now and Friday.
I was gonna say, where's your live? Am I going?
I don't know. We need to figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
Text it because
yeah, we need to know. We need your address so we can
Yeah.
figure out if we can get it to you tonight.
Because if I'm going in
Because
that
I got
direction-
plenty, and it's no, we're not going to eat all of it. You know, you try to make a small amount of potato salad. But,
That's like trying to make a small amount of lasagna.
right.
Because
Yeah,
if
it
that
just
pan don't
doesn't
start
happen.
off like this, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Right. But anyway, so Short Pump is maybe 20 miles or so.
Something happened in Short Pump or something.
Oh, I don't know.
It's known for. I don't know why that sounds familiar to me.
But they got like a mall there and outlets, and so it's a fun place to hang out, and there's food. And so we're staying in a hotel that night. Then we'll fuck around at Kings Dominion, and I'm sure other people will arrive throughout the day. Then instead of trying to drive back, we'll just stay in Short Pump
And then
that
drive
night
back up,
too,
okay.
and then drive back on Sunday. It'll be leisurely, you know. And you know what I'm gonna be able to do? I'm gonna be able to stop at Cracker Barrel and get my dumplings.
Lord,
You want me to bring you some hash brown casserole?
I don't do the hash brown. I'd like their pecan pancakes. Cracker Barrel. That's the best thing.
Really?
Their pecan
You're not big
pancakes
on
are
pancakes,
Oh,
period.
but I'm not either.
Period.
But their pecan pancakes, when I tell you, it gives you the nice right amount of crisp and cake. Ooh,
Oh, maybe.
put that little
She
butter
said,
on top of it.
Bougie Girl said the Wegmans at Short Pump is fabulous. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have to
You
check
put
it
that
out.
little butter on top of it and that warm syrup on top of her.
Bougie Girl,
Girl.
message us on Facebook because we need your address so we can figure
Yeah,
out if
because
we
I'm
can
trying to
get
figure
you,
if I'm going that direction or not.
Yeah, if we can get you the We can get you some baked beans too. You want some baked beans?
But that all depends on where we're going.
Yeah, I mean, we need to know right.
Where we going. Where am I going here?
Right. So yeah, just message us on Facebook and let us know. Anyway, so if you are in the DC metro area, message or join us. Feel free to join us at King's Dominion. They have a couple of different price points. They have a regular price point, which is just the cost of the ticket for the day. And I think it's like $49.99. And then for like $74.99, you get the ticket plus parking plus a drink wristband, which allows you to, fill up your cup at various places, and you get one meal. So I think that's what me and the slave friend got.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So just message us on. We're waiting for your. Wait a minute. Did she send it? Did she do it? Yeah, message us on the Facebooks so we can get your address and figure out if we can get it tonight. Otherwise, we'll figure out some way to get there shortly. All right, kids. That's all for me.
I'm hoping I'm getting other fans of the show because he just asked about it. But whatever. Anyway,
see, do we want them to find another song for our outro? Keep going.
I'm trying to think of something that was we need something else like let's change the oh wait.
That's not super far.
No.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll let you know. We'll message you. Let's see.
Lola Tamashi was too. Okay, where
Baltimore.
We
in Baltimore. That might not happen.
Girl,
but we will have a little. We'll have a little joint sometime in the fall, and we will have.
Now, had I still been living, I mean, not living, but had I still been working up at the Black Cock and Cock,
mm-hmm.
I would have definitely brought you up a mess for you to have, a little container for you to have for sometime tomorrow. But that's not the case. I'm not working up there no more. But are you finding another?
Yeah, I can't remember how this starts though.
This one?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
I know the chorus.
No, I'm trying to think of.
I know it now. All right, I'll start it, and you'll be able to pick it up. All right. Last night I saw you standing, and I started pretending that I knew you, and you knew me too. And just like a grown man, I was.
Is that?
But you were the only cause, so was I. And I dreamed of you ever since. Now I build up my confidence. Girl, next time you come my way, I'll know just what to say. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Thank you. Lola said, look at me.
I'm in Silver Spring. She's in Silver Spring. That's a little.
But I will promise to cook you. He's like, who are those caterwaulings?
Listen, this is what listen. Looking at y'all sideways.
Right. Anyway, no. I make my own potato salad. This was not everything that I'm providing is homemade.
Yeah.
The baked beans started with pork and beans. And see, when I only use the beans, I literally rinse all of that shit off of the beans.
Well, it depends on which ones you buy.
I only buy like the regular Campbell's, the 28-ounce can, and I pull that piece of fat back out.
You better
rinse off all of the stuff.
The other in the brown.
Yeah, but I want to put all of my own flavorings in it. I don't want any of the stuff.
It's
I
a
just need the
base.
beans.
It's a base. You still put your other.
No, I don't want
but
it.
okay, everybody.
I get
okay.
that, but yeah, I really just want. All right, Desmond.
Listen. That baby's had a rough week.
Okay.
We're gonna get that baby some milk.
Okay.
He had a rough week, so we're gonna let him slide.
Woo, woo, woo.
We're gonna let him slide.
Woo, woo,
We're gonna
woo.
let him slide.
Woo, woo, woo.
We're gonna let him slide.
Woo.
This is all you gotta say to him. You got your room for the cruise?
Oh, she's coming on the cruise? Perfect. Oh, that's right. That's right. We got to announce it officially, but this group doesn't necessarily need to know. But yes, we will be having a few BGKH show sponsored events on the post blackout cruise that we have going on.
So we'll be
Mac
having
Pack, I've already told the Mac Pack through Mac that they have to do a group number, but we also
have to do individual.
Need a solo.
Whoever's gonna do a solo.
No. We need a solo from Mac. Now, I would love to see Parker or Lewis do a solo as well, but we have to have a solo from Mac.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So we talk about all the.
I haven't mentioned it yet.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna mention. I'll do it at some point in the next day or so. All right, kids. We about to dip. So it has been a lovely evening. Thank you all for joining us on this ride. I am always so flattered personally that you chose to spend 2 hours or so of your time with us when you could have been doing so many other things on a Wednesday night. And so I think I speak for both of us when I say that we are eternally grateful for your commitment to this show. So I'll end it by saying thank you, and please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and definitely share. If every one of you shared this show with 10 friends, we could get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And we're at show 190. We got something big planned for show 200. So, we're trying to get to 500 by no, that's November. I think it's the show right before Thanksgiving, which will be our 200th show.
Yeah. So, I'm ditto to everything that was just said. I don't think there's anything I need to add. Listen, for me personally, this has definitely been a very therapeutic and cathartic event, and I look forward to it. Even I get irritated when I have to put stuff together and do stuff, and but I know it's for the show, but I know I'm going to have a good time when I do it. So it's always good, and so I'm very happy that I have a place that I can come and actually share and chat and talk to you all, and do it in a very in a community of people that are exactly who they are, exactly who they want to be, and with other people who that's exactly who they want to be with. So I'm just happy all the way around with this. So I'm happy. So and stop babbling. I'm night.
So what you're trying to say is you are my friend.
We're gonna speed this up or keep it low.
I never knew it till then. My friend, you hold my hand.
You doing album or you doing live or which one you doing?
I'm mixing it up.
I'm like, where are we going? Which one?
All right, y'all. We thank y'all for coming out. God bless you and good night. Bye.